Last season, the IUP women's lacrosse team had its best season in recent memory. The Crimson Hawks went 12-6, their best record since 2016, and made the PSAC playoffs. But that's not what sticks in their memory. Instead, the lasting memory for fifth-year coach Brenna Gallagher-Roan and her team is missing the NCAA tournament by the narrowest of margins. IUP lost to Mercyhurst on a last-second goal in the PSAC quarterfinals, and the defeat more than likely cost the Crimson Hawks an appearance in the NCAA tournament.
I feel like we're very focused. We know what the end goal is. We know the expectation. Last year, we were didn't feel like we were lucky, but we were like, oh my God, we never even thought we would be in that type of position. But this year we know we're capable, so it's just taking that responsibility and pushing each other to get there.
That's because in Division II lacrosse, only 16 schools, 4 from each of the 4 regions, qualify for the NCAA tournament. By virtue of beating IUP, Mercyhurst claimed the number 4 ranking in the Atlantic region to qualify for the NCAA tournament, while IUP was left on the outside looking in at number 5. It was disappointing for sure, but it was also motivating for the Crimson Hawks, who hope to continue ascending in 2023.
That season last year, it just has been that stepping stone. Like I told you guys earlier, we ended that game. It was like they wanted this season to be next week, just to prove themselves in the sense of we should have been in there.
With most of the starting lineup returning this season, the expectations are high for the Crimson Hawks. They were picked second in the PSAC preseason coaches pool, behind only Seton Hill. Additionally, the Hawks also received votes in the IWLCA preseason poll.
Overall, not just for attack-wise, but I think our mindset is just different this year. I think everyone here wants to be here and wants to do well, and I think that just is very different from past years, and I think attack as a whole is going to work very well together this year.
On the doorstep of a new season, the Crimson Hawks are looking to the likes of attacker Jordan Culp and midfielder Sarah Russell to step up in leadership positions, both of whom were named to the IWLCA All-Atlantic Region team last season. The team's leading point scorer last year, Jordan Culp, had 20 goals and a career-high 45 assists for 65 points. Russell and Chantel Jimenez are the top returning goal scorers, both of whom had 26 goals last season. Another starter returning to the offensive end is Brenna Whiteside, who scored 19 goals in her freshman season.
If you're a midfielder, you have to have some aspect of mental toughness, and I think that every single one of our players on our team has that, but I think being a midfielder, we kind of all are there to push each other a little more than maybe some others, but we're all very honest with each other in a way.
The defensive zone this season includes the talents of Sammy Shutt, Mara Fuller, a transfer from Kent State, and Ashley Andrankinich returning in goal. Last season was a big one for the Crimson Hawks, and they hope to build on the momentum of last year all the way to the NCAA tournament.
But I will say that I think for the girls, it was one of those moments of oh, okay, we are a good team, yeah. Right? And for me, I'm sitting back and saying, okay, we're doing the right things in a program, recruiting the right players and the right personalities and everything else that kind of lead to that kind of success. Yeah. And we're